In 1952, Baba came here to give his first open darshan for the world. On 18th November, he was here. And on 20th, when he was going to give his darshan in another center, then he passed through this land. Here, Pukar, Secretary, Avatar Meher Baba Meherpuri Center, tells about Baba's coming here in Hamirpur. So, while he came here and he put his first step on the land of Hamirpur, he said, the spiritual atmosphere of this place is very high. And he was very happy here. In one place, sitting in a house of a certain lover, he just thumped the chair's arm and said, in one of my previous incarnation, I was here. And after that, Mandali told us, Baba has never told so openly that he is avatar of the age. Then when he was going to give his darshan to another center, and he happened to pass from this place, he gave his gesture to this field. I was with him. I thought he is asking what crop is there in front of the field. I told him that it was bajra crop. Then Baba smiled, and I thought that I could not understand his gesture very well. So I asked Araj, who was sitting there also in that same car, but meanwhile the car passed from this land. After 12 years, in 1964, I came to know the meaning of that gesture which Baba gave 12 years before. While I decided to establish Meherpuri in the same very land for which Baba gave the gesture. So, I felt that this is gift of his nazar. When Baba gave his permission for this establishment of Meherpuri, he touched this slab which you see below the statue, and he stood on this slab and also saluted this slab, and in this way gave this much importance. Then once he informed me that this Meherpuri scheme is not yours. It is his scheme, Baba's scheme. Now, in 1968, in the month of October, he called me with Keshav Narayan Nigam, and we reached there. When Baba first met us there in Merazat, he asked me, Pukar, ask help from my lovers and fulfill this scheme very soon. And after that, he gave us instructions for the opening of this Meherpuri center and about opening, about installation of a statue. In this way, on 18th November 1970, this statue was established, and Adi Ke Irani, Secretary of Avatar Meher Baba, opened this in the presence of so many lovers from the different part of the world.
Guidance message, Gopala Reddy visit.
Yes. In this World Fair, B. Gopala Reddy, our Rajpal, Governor of Uttar Pradesh, came to lay the foundation stone of Avatar Meher Baba Vidyadham here. And he, at that time, said, he is really lover of Baba's lovers. In 1943, I saw one Sadhu Babadas near my residence. I thought him to be a CID, as I was a political worker and I was always suspicious that some government man is having my shadow. So I reached to that Sadhu Babadas and inquired about him. He told me about Avatar Meher Baba. So first of all, I heard Avatar Meher Baba's name from that Sadhu Babadas. And he became the reason that after that, circulars from Baba's office were coming to me, sometimes 10, 15 and 25 even. I was thinking, why Baba is so much interested on me that he is sending the circulars without asking of me. And it so happened that once he changed his program 4 times. So I thought, what kind of avatar he is? He does not know even in his own mind, and he goes on changing his program. So I wrote a letter to him. How you change your program time and again? And then I got a reply from him that whenever he fixes any program and if worldly obstacles come, he never uses miracle but face the situation according to worldly men. That reply was not at all satisfactory to me. After that, I got another circular by which he informed us if anybody wants to come to Baba, he should be ready to obey him implicitly. And if he is ready, then he should fulfill the form and Baba will call him. So I wrote another letter. I want to speak truth, nothing but truth, and I want to live celibate life. I want certain good things from core of my heart, and even then, sometimes I am failed. When I cannot obey my own promises, own wantings, desires, then how it is possible that I may take obedience of another person without hesitation? So I wrote him, it is quite impossible to obey anyone as long as we have not the capacity of doing each and everything and knowledge, power. But no one is in the world that he has all power, all knowledge and capacity of doing each and every work. So, how can I fill this form? Anybody, whoever fills this form, must be dishonest, because no one can do this. Then there was famine in Bengal. Thousands and thousands of people were starving. I wrote again to Baba, in your presence, Bengal is starving. Lakhs of people are dying. Under your very nose in India, you say to yourself, Avatar, all powerful. What kind of avatar you are? If you have at all power, why don't you use that power and save the humanity? And if you can't do, even you say, Avatar, it is shame to you. All these things I wrote in that letter. Yes. So this was going on, and after that I was thinking I am wasting time in writing to Meher Baba, and I was thinking myself very wise, and the people who were loving him and obeying him, following him, I was thinking them fool. Then it happened that several persons of the district were going towards Baba and taking him as master, avatar. And as an editor of a paper, Pukar Hindi Weekly, I was thinking my responsibility to save the persons, innocent people, from the clutches of such avatar. So, I wanted to expose Meher Baba and to tell his followers that they are being made fool from him. And so I wanted to see him and to know about him more, and anyhow to expose him. 1950, Baba was there in Haridwar, and I thought him to see. And with 42 persons in a reserved bus, I reached there in Haridwar. That Baba Das met me there, and he told me that Baba has asked him not to come near him, and not to beg, and not to take loan from anyone, and to earn his livelihood from his own labor. So he has opened one tea shop there in Haridwar. I asked him that this is the time that you should help me to see Meher Baba. He told he cannot do that because Baba has asked him to be away from him. Anyhow, he said to me, if you want his darshan from a distance, then he can help me. And so, Baba Das took us to the Ganges. At that time, we were 14 persons from our district. He showed us Baba is standing there in front, another side of Ganges, and there was one building of Seth Sansar Chand Goyal. In bold letters it was written there on the walls. And one man, just as Baba was standing there with big hairs and handsome face, I saw him. He was as we had seen Baba's photo, and I was thinking he is Meher Baba, and others were thinking likewise. There was also Lakshmi Chand Paliwal. He was seeing Baba's face, and he told us that Baba's face is going bigger and bigger. And same thing I was also feeling. So I said, yes, I am also feeling the same thing. And then I said to him, because we are seeing him from the distance, therefore it is due to false sight, and we should see him from near. So Baba Das was not prepared to take us near Meher Baba. Then we said we will see him, and we left Baba Das there, and we crossed the wood bridge of Ganges and reached in the next building of Seth Sansar Chand Goyal. We tried their best to see Meher Baba, but we could not do that. Then I sent one Sri Ramchandra advocate in the building of Seth Sansar Chand Goyal to inquire about Meher Baba. He returned and told us that Baba has gone yesterday from that place. Then I was wonder-stricken. We have just seen Meher Baba. Baba Das was saying Meher Baba, and the other persons who had seen him before, they were saying that he is Baba. And now the person tells that Baba has gone yesterday from there. So how it is possible? So I asked that man to bring the person who is telling that Baba has gone yesterday. He brought that person. He was Viren Pandey, District Information Officer of Dehradun, and he was resident of Kanpur, brother of Suren Pandey, one revolutionary. Suren Pandey was my friend. When I came to know he is brother of Suren Pandey, then I asked him, please tell us the truth. We have just seen Meher Baba in this building, and you are telling us that Baba has gone yesterday from this place. He told us all about that Baba, how Baba has gone from that place yesterday. After that, we returned from Haridwar, and I again tried to see him after 2-3 months, and I reached Dehradun. There I met Dr. William Donkin. He told me that Baba has gone from Dehradun before 3 days to Satara, and even then I could not see him. I asked William Donkin if he is going to Satara, I may follow him. He told me that this is not the proper time. When Baba will give darshan, then he will inform me. In the month of September, I was informed that Baba is going to give his darshan on 16th October in Mahabaleshwar. I thought this is the proper place to know about Meher Baba, as Meher Baba born there at Pune. So I wanted to ask persons there about Meher Baba and to have knowledge about him. I just saw a man, asked him, do you know Avatar Meher Baba? Then he asked, where from you are coming? I told him, near Kanpur. Then why are you after Meher Baba? He is a fraud, cheat, 420. So I saw towards the faces of the lovers that see your Baba is such a man and you are after him. But they were not at all perturbed. He again inquired from another person. He said in Marathi, Baba Deva hai. Baba is God. Here, two different things we hear. Then we went to Hazrat Baba Jan Dargah. There we saw Hindus and Muslims in one place singing in praise of Hazrat Baba Jan. And I was a bit happy because I saw Hindus and Muslims there in one place. And then one of the lover of Baba, Mr. Godekar, Director of Backward Education of Maharashtra, invited us to attend one program of Baba lovers in a school. We reached there. There were so many lovers of Baba. Madhusudan and Subhadra and Bandelu families were there, and they were singing in praise of Baba. I heard their loving song there, and then Abdul Ghani Munsif and others spoke on Baba, and I heard all their talk. I was seeing their faces, and I was thinking that they seem to be gentlemen, they seem to be honest. What they are giving talk, that is relevant. And then I was thinking, a judge hears the case, cross-examination, and then he takes decision without seeing anything from his own eyes. He gives the decision, and even he hangs if he believes the witnesses. So I thought that these persons must be right, and it is due to my bad sanskaras that I am not taking Meher Baba as great, and it is my folly. I began to weep like anything, and then when I was on the bed in night, I was thinking, if really Baba is great, then I will surrender him and be with him and will never return to house and will act according to his orders in whole life. I reached in Mahabaleshwar next day and were informed that Baba will give his darshan in Aga Khan, Bangalore in the early morning, and we reached there in early morning. When I saw Baba from distance, that was the same face which I saw in Haridwar, and that was said to be imaginary darshan at that time. Now Baba was nearer than that time, and his bright face, his loving eyes, when I saw, all the hairs of my body were on end, and I was again weeping, sobbing, and there was a long queue. Baba was embracing each lover. I was thinking, shall I also get the chance of his embrace, he may not finish this work and may go for his meeting. But after all, I reached near him and he embraced me. When he embraced me, my condition was such that I cannot express in my words. I had lost most of my body consciousness at that time. Baba just took me and after embracing gave me to some other persons to just hold me. Then we entered there where Baba's meeting was being held. Now, I heard Baba's sermon which he gave on that day, and I saw him from so near, how loving he was, how he was when he is silent and never speaking. And then he gave some time for interval, and we came out from that meeting. In short, I will tell you, when we returned, after interval, Baba asked one of his disciples, Vishnu Master, to shut the gate. And Vishnu Master asked the man coming behind of all, and that was our Gustadji Hansotia, to close the gate. But Hansotia must have thought that Baba has given orders to Vishnu Master and he should close the gate and he should not. So he came inside without closing the gate. Vishnu Master realized his mistake and he ran to close the gate. Meanwhile, 3 outsiders came inside that place, and they were not in know of the discipline of that place. They reached near Baba, and one of them put his head on the feet of Baba. Baba has already told all the lovers that no one should touch his feet, and if anybody touches his feet, then he will touch his feet 3 times. So Baba rose up to touch the feet of that person. When Baba was putting his head on the feet of that person, he was jumping like a deer. But Baba finished his work up. Then another person touched, and this thing was going on. Then Abdul Ghani Munsif told them not to disturb Baba, and only he knows why he gives such orders and why he puts his head on the feet of that person who puts his head. So Baba finished all this job and turned towards Vishnu Master and said, Vishnu Master, you have today made me angry. What fault you have done, I give you pardon for that. But while I have become angry, who can excuse me? Yes. Baba then asked one of his lovers to give a slap on his cheek, and that person gave one slap on his cheek very mildly. Then Baba said, have you obeyed me wholeheartedly? And on his own he said, you have not obeyed. Meanwhile, one Baba lover from Pakistan, Minu Kharas, was there. Afterwards he told us that at that time he was thinking that if Baba gives him chance to give a slap, then he will tell how he obeys Baba. And suddenly Baba turned towards Minu Kharas and asked, now Minu Kharas will do this. And he jumped like a tiger and gave a very strong slap on Baba's cheek. At that time, if there was another person, he must have fell down. Minu Kharas was a very strong fellow. But after getting that slap, though the color of cheek was another, even then Baba's happiness was there as it was before. And he said to Minu Kharas, this is obedience and I am very happy with you. And he embraced him. I had never seen such a thing. How he was. And now the thought was before me that while Baba was saying that you have made me angry, Vishnu Master, we could never see that Baba was at all angry. And it may be to give lesson that to be angry is curse, and his lover should not be angry with anybody. This incident I always remember how compassionate our Baba is. It impressed me most. After that, Baba gave me so many chances to be with him, and he took me also in Meher Azad in his Mandali. And as the days passed on, his godhood, his being avatar, was coming more and more, more and more. And now I feel that due to his compassion and love, a man like me, unworthy, disobedient, and egoistic, was given such chance by beloved Baba. Jai Baba.